This board meeting will come to order at this time. I would like to ask Mr. Battles if he would for the evening and lead us in the pledge.
Heavenly Father, once again, we come to the celebration of the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We thank you for the blessings that He's bestowed upon us, the lives that He's given us, and the charge that He has given each of us as a commissioner, as a personnel in the public school system, to try to perform the best job we can for education. We pray for all of the people who were hurt in the bombing in New York. We pray for all the people who suffered. We pray for the election last night of Sons of John's children. And we ask all these blessings in the name of our Son Jesus. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We should have got one of them to lead us in the pledge.
They know it. They know it.
It's really very refreshing to hear that again after having heard that for 40-something years every day in school. And it's good to have you all here with us this evening, too. And the first order of business, approval of the minutes from November. Do I hear a motion?
So move.
We have a motion that's been properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The agenda adoption, do I hear a motion?
So move. Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded for the agenda adoption. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any announcements, Mr. Stringfellow?
No, sir.
Dr. Crenshaw?
No, sir.
Mr. Battles?
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Mr. Harwell?
No, sir.
Reports and recognitions. Ms. Phillips?
We have one recognition and then one special presentation for you all. So I'd like to call forward Mr. Robert Battles, Ms. Haiti Alexander, and some teachers from Council Traditional School. Stand right there.
I bet Just Four's not going to be that shy.
Tonight, we are recognizing Council Traditional School for being named a Lighthouse National Blue Ribbon School of Excellence. To be designated as such, schools must grade excellent in each of 9 categories: student focus and support, school organization and culture, challenging standards and curriculum, active learning and teaching, technology integration, professional community, leadership and educational vitality, school, family, and community partnerships, and indicators of success. Council has a tradition of excellence as one of Mobile County's 3 elementary magnet schools. Students there perform an average of 1 grade level above their peers. Council is home of the International Baccalaureate's Primary Years Program and has been recognized as one of the top schools in the country by the U.S. Department of Education. Congratulations on this latest honor.
We also would like to echo the congratulations on behalf of the Board of School Commissioners with our president and the board members to the Mobile County Public Schools Certificate of Recognition awarded to Council Traditional School in recognition as a Lighthouse Blue Ribbon School of Excellence. We know that the lighthouse is when you get lost in the middle of the way out there, you see you have to get back to the sea. So we hope that you too will be the continued people who provide the quality of education for our students so that they can have the vision and they can see through the muddy water and see the dry land. Thank you. This goes for each of you. Ms. Alexander, and we'll stand right here.
Take a picture. Will you squeeze in a little bit? One more. Thank you. Congratulations. And now I'd like to hand the microphone over to Ms. Monique Baugh and her children from Just Four.
Good evening. We bring you greetings from the home of the small but mighty, Just Four Developmental Laboratory. we hope you enjoy the decorations that were provided by our faculty and staff. And thank you so much, Mrs. Fox, for asking us to do that. Sometimes, we get overlooked because we are so small, and I really appreciate it. I have some students with me to make special presentations. I have Kinsley Ross. I have Charles Reeves.
Big time Charles.
Go ahead, Charles. Stand next to Kinsley. I have June Duval. I have William Henderson III, Trey. I have Taylor Lewis. I have my twins. I have JoJo and Trey. My sweet JoJo and Trey. And then I have Logan. Who Logan's got? Yes. So they will make special presentations. Go see Ms. Harden.
Mr. Henderson, he looks like his daddy.
You going back? You going back to your seat? You going back to your seat?
Who brought that up? Let me see who brought that up here. Where did my present giver go?
Oh, he don't need one. He gets paid well.
Hey, thank you. Give back handshake. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Come here. Take a picture with me.
Come here. You sit right here. You the new board member for the day. All right, sit up. All right. Okay, my favorite motion is to adjourn. All right?
The halls, I agree.
Give him the gavel. Give him the gavel.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're all in the same class.
Okay. Is the grandmother still living?
Everybody look here. 1, 2.
Don't y'all pick on Charles now. Charles the man.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Ms. Barr, thank you for reminding us what Christmas is all about and for the true spirit of Christmas. Thanks, parents, for bringing your children tonight. They're delightful.
Yeah, and Ms. Ball, I want to be sure that I carry home a message to my wife, Laura, because she asked about you and Joy Miles more than anybody else in the school system, and I rarely get to see you. I see Joy periodically, so I can update her. But I will update her that y'all are doing just fine and were part of the program tonight and provided all of this for us. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Yeah, and
Thank
take care of Charles now.
I will definitely take care of Charles.
Charles the man.
I think Charles is taking care of everybody else, Dr. Crenshaw. Dad, he's going to charm his way right on
That's
through.
right.
Don't you worry about Charles. Bye, baby. Ah, there you go.
Wow, when they left, everybody left.
Yeah.
Good enough. Hey, sweetheart, how are you?
You know, it's been a long time since we've heard the voice of children.
Yes, yeah. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Hey. You know, it's getting to be low when the attorney gets one. I guess the president right there.
The attorney got an envelope. We didn't make him open his.
Well, and now I see what we need to do. At every board meeting, for you guys to be in such a good humor, we'll just bring just four in every week.
With Charles.
With Charles. I will get Charles to start delivering all my messages.
Okay, that was wonderful. And we have one person who wishes to speak before the board. We're at the part about citizens' requests, and we ask that, we do this each time at the board meeting, that before you speak, be mindful of the fact that we do not mention the good name or character of another. And at this time, Teresa Zabendin, Teresa Zabendin, thank you.
Yes, my name is Teresa Zabendin. I have over 17 years teaching experience. I currently teach first grade.
Could you get a little close to the mic? It may be,
I was trying to use my teacher voice. That good? Hello? Merry Christmas. I have over 17 years teaching experience. I, along with all three of my children, are products of Mobile County Public School System. They're successful, they're citizens here. I have nieces and nephews that attend Mobile County Public Schools. I have a grandson, and like I said, along with myself. I'm MMI trained. I'm a Math Academy teacher leader, Fund Star recipient, and I'm here to make a special request. I've had a very difficult year, and I was placed in a difficult situation. And I'm here to ask for a second chance. Thank you.
thank you, Mr. Benden.
I know myself. So, I don't know.
Oh, I see it.
What do you see here? What page is it on?
G16.
Okay.
Mr. Hack? Sir. Could you come up here for just a minute?
Okay. Mr. Chairman, can we go in executive session?
Yes.
For a short time?
And I need a
Mr. Hack?
motion for executive session, please.
So moved.
We have a motion that's been properly seconded for executive session. At this time, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. We'll go into executive session, and we shall return shortly.
As Alabama's first and largest school system, Mobile County Public Schools prides itself on the high quality of education we provide our students.
We have been successful over the years in raising our graduation rates.
And have been recognized nationally for closing achievement gaps.
We believe that our primary focus is to educate all students to become productive citizens.
This is our commitment to them and to you.
Do I hear a motion that we return from executive session?
Second.
Motion and properly seconded to return from executive session. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, Ms. Peak, we'll move on to the action items.
Action item G1, as I shared with you in the work session yesterday, we ask that you approve the pledged revenue addendum, which has been updated. You'll remember on October the 23rd, you approved pledging the required revenue to pay off indebtedness. This addendum includes the debt now for the new school buses, and we ask that you approve this pledged revenue.
Mr. President,
Yes.
in light of the fact that these items was vetted in our work section, I'd like to offer a motion we approve items 1 through 15.
All right, the motion to approve items 1 through 15, do I hear a second?
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded for items 1 through 15, and let me say prior to the vote, or prior to any discussions, that we receive these items from Ms. Peak in advance of the board work session, and as such, these have been vetted both via emails to the board by board members and in our board work session of yesterday as well. So we have a motion and a second for items 1 through 15. Any further discussion?
I apologize for not being here yesterday, but on the Barton issue, or the money that, I'll read through here right quick.
G10?
Huh?
Is it G10?
11.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
10
G10,
and
it's $524,000 is the estimated cost to move forward.
Right. What I shared yesterday was that the Barton Foundation has raised the funds to cover that. They've raised approximately $2 million. They want to move forward with doing the schematics, the architect and the firm to go ahead and design the interior of the building. They feel like that with the possible donors they have lined up, seeing the actual design would be to their advantage. So the money that you see listed is through the foundation, through contributions. That it simply has to flow through the board because the Mobile County Public School System is the property owner.
Okay, so the question I have is before we proceed, I'm assuming that they will deposit $524,017.50 into our
Right.
account.
The memorandum of understanding outlines that and states how that the funds will come through the school system from the foundation.
Okay, I'm just making sure that we have, that they're gonna pay the money, and then.
They are.
And then, so with us doing that, it has absolutely no bearing if they haven't raised the balance of the $9 million at the 1 year from now. If they don't have that in, then they're basically saying that they're done with our agreement, and that the $524,000 that they spent, we don't have to reimburse it.
No,
If they don't.
We'll have a set of plans, compliments of the Barton Academy Foundation.
that's right.
Ms. Peak, or Mr. Chairman, may I ask a question,
Yes.
please?
Sure.
This amount of money, the $500,000 plus, you're telling me it's going through our books, or are they doing this separately? It's their money, I understand, and they're raising it, but does it run through our auditing?
What they will do,
program-wide?
they, of course, have their own funds, but then what they're going to do is transfer those funds into our books then they become part, and it'll go through our entire auditing process as part of our facilities account.
And directly to Homes and Homes, who's the architect.
Right, right.
I don't believe they're going to put the whole amount in at the very beginning. I think as we go, they're going to pay.
Right, I mean, there's A, B, C, and D on there, as it's designed. Let me go back and
I think it was 68,000 initially,
Right.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Each stage of the process, it's outlined how much the funds will be, and they'll deposit that. And, yeah, Service A, the schematics, which is 10%, is $68,625. Following that, the preliminary design, after this moves through the Alabama Building Commission approval process, another almost $103,000. And the final design will be 50% of the project, which is $343,125. A total of $514,687.50. And then you remember, we also, on top of the architectural fees, have to pay the Alabama Building Commission a review fee, and that adds $9,330. So Mr. Atchison's right, as each stage is completed, the money will flow through. But also, it's important to know that the foundation does have these funds on hand at this time.
Okay. I mean, like I said, I don't have an issue other than that long as their money funds have been deposited in our account before we order the services, and that Homes and Homes understands completely how this process is working. Because
They
I don't
do.
want them to come back to us and say, okay, you know,
And the unique thing about Homes and Homes, they have an unusual billing system. They bill once a year, no matter what the amount is that owed. It's rather unique with the way they bill and collect their funds. So Homes and Homes understands that, and we're used to working with them. But it's with all of our projects with them, you get a bill once a year from Homes and Homes. Everybody's looking, it's unique, but it's unique to Homes and Homes architects.
Call for the question.
All right. It's been moved and properly seconded for items 1 through 15. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Ms. Peak, item 16.
Action item G16, recommend approval of the termination of a non-tenured certified personnel listed under separate cover.
Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Let me go back. Ms., we were supposed to pull item 8.
That's on the consent agenda.
I'm sorry,
We
okay.
haven't gotten to that one.
Okay, I hadn't scrolled down, okay.
Right.
Okay, do I hear a motion for item 16?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ms. Peak?
Action item G17 asks your approval of the assignment of a principal listed under principals listed under separate cover.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. For item 17, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ms. Peak?
Action item G18 asks that you approve certified assignments as listed under separate cover.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
offer motion to approve item 18 through 21.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded for items 18 through 21.
Yep.
Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Ms. Peak, item 22.
Action item G22, it asks that you approve the assignment of classified personnel listed under separate cover.
So moved.
second.
We have, it's been moved and properly seconded for item 22. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Let the record show I abstain on item 22.
The record show that Crenshaw abstains on item 22. Ms. Peak?
Moving on to the consent agenda items, ask that you note that I'm going to request that we pull H8. Had requests for some more information on that, and so we're pulling H8. In the consent agenda, these are all agreements that are of value of $5,000 or under. H1 is an agreement with the Alabama Family Counseling Services to provide character and character and prevention education programs for students and parenting classes, also for working with students in development of character, and also behavior management as Scarborough Middle School is part of the 21st Century Grant, $5,000, not to exceed $5,000, and this is paid for through the 21st Century Grant.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
move for approval, consent agenda items H1 through 14, excluding 8, which has been requested to be pulled.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded to approve under the consent agenda items H1 through H14, excluding 8, which was removed, which was pulled from the agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, Ms. Peak.
Consent item H15, ask that you approve or provide consent on out-of-county travel as listed.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
so move we approve items 15 and 16.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded to approve items 15 and 16. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ms. Peak?
Action item I on student expulsions, we'd ask that you approve student expulsions 1 through 7 as listed under separate cover.
Do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
move for approval on I1 through 7 under student expulsions.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded for I-1 through I-7, student expulsions. Any further discussion?
Yes, sir, I'd like to say, once again, as I normally say, the ones that I see that I've read under student expulsions, these are ones that parents have not been involved in, and that's kind of sad that we don't have a chance to have a talk with them about their children and so forth. But outside of that, that was my comment.
Call for question.
It's been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ms. Peak?
Action item J is another student expulsion. Should be listed under separate cover. I'd ask that you approve action item J, student expulsion.
So move.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded for J, student expulsion. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ms. Peak?
Action item or agenda item K for information, as we do each month. K1, the monthly financial statement, and K2, purchase orders of $5,000 and over are presented for your review.
Since these do not require board action, we'll move to, are there any questions about these first?
Are they available? The financial statement. I call. It's on here. All right.
Okay. Any other questions? Thank you. The next item on there is any item discussion, anything from the previous items that we went through, either student expulsions or the consent agenda or the regular action agenda items. Okay. Any old business? Any board superintendent requests? Any pending matters? Mr. Attorney?
I sent the board an email on Sunday regarding proposed suspension agreements for the board's consideration.
You was working on Sunday?
Yeah.
No, he just sent it on Sunday. It didn't work.
I just wanted
Hit
to
the
see
send
what-
button.
this is overtime.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the attorney's recommendation on the particular cases.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded that we accept the attorney's recommendation on the agreed-upon issue. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Scheduling of meetings. Any other meetings, Ms. Peak?
None at this time.
Is there any meetings that the board would like to have?
No, sir.
Okay, do I hear a motion for adjournment?
Here's your chance. So move.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded for adjournment. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned.
Merry
And Merry
Christmas.
Christmas to everyone.